All right, hello everybody. Welcome. I don't know who's watching this, but it's going to be the same as the one about six hours ago, I think. I'm just going to practice a quick little AT, and we'll see how it goes. This is the first time in a long time, possibly over a year, that I have kicked off 2 separate streams in one day. But here we are. So anyone who's actually watching here and knows that I'm about to do that, good on you. We are in the middle of rendering a video. So if we get frame drops, if we get bitrate drops, I want you guys to tell me and I will cancel the render and we'll see how that's going. Ben says, wait, why are you not talking about the biggest update ever to Guild Wars 2? You can sit in chairs. That's the video I'm rendering, dude. I got a 25-minute video. 27-minute, 50 seconds. So getting far too close to 30 minutes, honestly, talking about that. So yeah, I got a half-an-hour video talking about the patch and the chairs and all of that. And then I've got an hour-and-a-half-long podcast video with Boots. The regular update one will go out today. The podcast will go out tomorrow. These 2 streams are going out today. Let's Plays are going to go out tomorrow, the next day, and the next day. And in 3 days, I'm going to do a video showing off the new Super Adventure Box race and presumably hub, right, guys? Like, it sounds like there's going to be a new SAB hub, surely, because it's got to be huge to support a race. So maybe no World 3, but we might get a badass hub update, which at least is something, I suppose. I would view that as, you know, keeping the Super Adventure Box devs... Super Adventure Box development muscles nice and flexed, ready, so that when the day comes that they actually tried to make World 3, we know. But who knows as well? Maybe it's all a big decoy, guys. Maybe the chair thing's a decoy because of World 3 coming. Who knows? Who freaking knows? But yeah, so Balance of Boots is tomorrow. I mean, it's got to be an expanded hub, right? The patch notes say that it's... And I guessed that, by the way. I mean, I've already bragged. If I brag 2 times in a row, it actually looks like I'm genuinely, like, super desperate for attention. I mean, I am. But there you go. All right, so, I watched back my casts. And I think that this screen isn't necessary. I don't really see that being too much better than this. I also think that when I do big minimap like this, it needs to be like 3 or 4 seconds tops and then go away. It's just to drag focus for a second and then it goes away. I don't think it needs to be very long. Also, I think every time I move the camera, I think I go big minimap and then I think we move the camera, we make sure there's no teleporting, and then we make it small again afterwards. I think that's the way that we do it. Hey, Georges. Oh, dude, you didn't see earlier. I did a cool... Yeah, the overlay's really good. It looks crap, all right? Don't worry. I know it looks crap, all right? I took a few seconds to mock it. I'm not an artist. I'm not going to spend an entire day productivity on that shit. I don't have that time. But what's special about it is... I'll show you. Show you what's special about it. It's one of the technical things. I'm very technically minded with this, like, project right now, right? This guy's Playhouse. Let's do this here. Here's what's special about it. Right, we spectate. When we spectate a blue guy, what color is the overlay? We are spectating. When we spectate the red guy, what color is the overlay? And then the blue guy, and then the red guy, and then the blue guy, red guy, blue guy, red guy, blue guy, red guy, blue guy, red guy. It's great. It's like not flimsy in any way. It's just like super immaculate. It's really good. I think all the casters should do this, honestly. What's the downside? Can I be really annoying? Yeah. I mean, if you're going to pick at like some little thing with the art, sure, but I don't really care too much about that. It's more the technique that I'm interested in right now. Yeah, you can. You have noticed. Yeah, on the right, I'm like 2 pixels out. Yeah. Well, you can give it... If somebody else makes me the overlay, I will point out, by the way, what I did with my overlay is below the skill bar, you'll notice it blends perfectly. Do you guys see that? Do you see how it blends perfectly? That's because the overlay is made up of the texture from under the skill bar, which I just basically copy-pasted. So that's what I did, right? And then when we go to a red character, the underneath becomes red and it goes to the red color. So it is Guild Wars 2 texture or whatever. It's not too technical. It's just give me the overlay. One in the red version, one in the blue version. Boom, I'm done. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, we're going to try this, guys. We're going to go big mini-map for special moments. We're going to be really careful. We're going to get a game on. We're going to be really careful to not teleport the camera as best we can, because I really think that's the secret sauce. Immediately, we teleported the camera. Shit, let's try that again. Okay, so we come here. We come here. Where are we right now? We're at their base. Okay. So we can come to mids. We can come to mids. We can check this node. Is anyone getting dizzy yet? I mean, obviously we won't swap this much. We can spectate the Necro as he goes pew pew pew. Then we can decide that a fight's going on at mids. We can spectate whoever that is. It works, alright? It totally works. It definitely works. You've put the overlay on specific hotkeys. How do you make that interact with OBS? Yeah, so I have... It only works, Georges, if you never click the characters. That's the only way it works. You have to be hotkey based. You have to learn binds and muscle memory for casting. Otherwise, it doesn't work. If I'm lazy and I just click his Divine Shadow, I'm now looking at a blue guy, but it's still a red outline. You have to use binds. And basically, all it is if I press a blue member bind, it toggles off the red overlay. If I press a red character bind, it toggles on the red overlay. And the red overlay is over the blue one, as you've already noticed. So it really is that simple. Very, very, very simple in OBS. You just set up the hotkeys. And you're done. Speaking of which, let's see how long till the tournament is actually up. One thing that made me really happy when I was reviewing my cast from earlier today. This starts in 7 minutes, guys. Ooh, 7 minutes. One thing that made me really happy was someone in chat who obviously didn't know I was just experimenting, and I'm terrible at this. They said, wow, has the camera always had that teleporting thing? That fast moving between nodes thing? That's what they actually said, innocently, in chat. And that made me so happy, because it made me realize, not only may we have figured something important out, but it's so rare to have seen anyone ever do it on the scene that the general public doesn't even really know about this. Because, and again, I'm at no point do I ever want to offend any other casting. They obviously know a hell of a lot more than me. But it means that we might actually be onto something, I think, anyway. Yeah, blue is permanently on and red just toggles on and off. Exactly, exactly. Someday we will see Wood Potatoes as a show host in a British channel. What do you mean by that? Damn, I'm really putting a lot of time into practicing casting. Why am I still awake? Well, I drank coffee earlier. I have to wait for this upload anyway. This render, sorry, and the upload afterwards. So I don't get to go to bed for a while. That's the life I lead. But this upload is worth nothing unless I get it up tonight. Which means I have to stay up till probably about 4, maybe 5 o'clock in the morning. 4:30. Not blinking the camera is fantastic. Sometimes it's unavoidable. So, like, we can... I'll show you. Obviously, the tourney's going to start. I've also been scripting out bite-sized videos that I think would be really important for a month. Basically, here's my project. This is a side project for me right now, guys. This is not my breadwinner. This is not anything I'm super, you know... It's a side project, right? This is me when I come home and I would decide that I want to pick up painting, like one of my mates just has recently, and he can paint like a god, right? This is just like a side thing for me at the moment. But it just so happens to be related to Guild Wars 2, and I can do it as Wood Potatoes, so there you go. But, oh my god, I've completely forgotten what I was going to say. Yeah, I've been scripting out... basically, the entire thing that I'm honing in on is monthly. I'm thinking, how can I how could someone theoretically... It's not that I have big dreams of it being me, but how could you theoretically make the ultimate show for a monthly? So I'm talking like before the monthly begins, coverage of the monthly itself, coverage between games, coverage of pre-game lobbies, coverage of after games, and after the whole thing. What is like the perfect monthly show? What is the format that you can do a couple of to set the standard? And, you know, imagine how the scene might grow if you could do that. You know, if you could get... Because I really think with the perfect setup, if you could invent the correct show with the perfect casting and stuff, you could easily reap... I mean, you're going to think I'm crazy, but even with this cynical-ass fucking community we've got, I genuinely think you could reap 2.5 to 3k viewers monthly. I genuinely think you could. And if you dare to contextualize that within some of the prized tournaments they had before, it might make you vomit. But I really think you could. If you had the perfect show and you had the weight of a lot of different people. And so, yeah, that's kind of, I don't know. I'm just enjoying speculating about that stuff right now and thinking about it. And who knows? Maybe it could mean something really good for PvP in the end. But, you know, I'm not really thinking that far. It's just fun to make the overlays and stuff. This was my attempt at a core warrior, by the way. Don't know if you guys know. I'm not actually on Phalanx. But with the new 4 Great Justice buff, Boots pointed this out, a single skill is 25 might for the entire team. Just by running tactics and that Grandmaster with 4 Great Justice. It's kind of nuts, actually. If you save this shit for when a body goes down state, it's kind of mental cleave. Honestly, if you pump that on 4 allies at a mid-fight, actually insane. Yeah, so there's all kinds of stuff, Georges. Yeah, you could figure out instant replays. You could do loads of things. I mean, I'm going sort of steadily with it. 3 minutes before this starts. But yeah, so one of the things I've been doing in terms of the show is I'm thinking you can invent pre-baked 60 to 120 second mini clips that describe different things. So the first is like, what is combat in Guild Wars 2? The next one is, what is conquest? The next one is, what do the amulets mean? The next one might be, what's the various terminology? I actually saw, I was quite deep in a Reddit thread talking about snooker versus pool the other day, and I found a video on YouTube where a guy explained what snooker is, what the rules of snooker are, because a lot of Americans have got no fucking clue because all they do is play pool. And they explained it really well, and I actually kind of like the format of the way that they did it, basically taking terms and then sort of breaking it down into more advanced rules later. I actually think you could do that for Conquest as well. That stuff's really important, and if you could predict the map that's going to come up next, you could do a lot of stuff. I really think, you know, there's a lot of if you love content creation, if anyone out there does, there's a lot you could figure out. And it kind of occurs to me, no one on the scene is doing that right now. No one is. I think Georges is the only other person who's stepping into that arena recently. You've got the old guards, Jebro, who's sort of got his format that he uses. He was like raging at someone in chat on his stream as well earlier. But yeah, there's so much fun shit you could do, man. I don't know. Not everyone's going to find it fun, but yeah. We're able to stream right now. I wonder how hot my PC's getting. This is awesome. So yeah, I don't know how much will get implemented. Like I said, this is a side project. These aren't promises to you guys, but yeah, I want to practice another one. Again, the focus is not on commentary for me just yet, or game knowledge too much. I mean, there is going to be a bit of focus on that, but it's camera work and general technical stuff. The other technical thing I would love is what Dosty and Benji were looking into, but we never really had any. I mean, Dosty seems convinced at this point that it won't work, and that's fair. But the thing of the scores ticking up and like filling an hourglass style thing kind of thing. The post-processing is going to ruin my FPS. I mean, we were alright, I think. The fact I'm rendering and pushing 6.5k BBS at you at 960, yeah, might cause it to hiccup a bit. We'll see how it feels later. Snooker is like pool, yeah, but this is super arrogant, but I'll go ahead and say it. It's like snooker is to pool what chess is to checkers. That's kind of what they say. Like a snooker table is like twice as big. It's 6 foot by 12, right? It's fucking huge. The holes on the table are a lot smaller. The balls themselves are a lot smaller. The rules are a bit more specific about... You basically have to juggle potting reds and coloreds. There's a lot more ways to foul. It's a lot more about punishing your opponent by positioning the white correctly at the end, in terms of just potting all on your own. Snooker's a legends game. Jebro, I can absolutely imagine you as someone who plays snooker. Absolutely. I mostly only played pool, just because where I've worked in the past, there's been pool tables in the workrooms. Not workrooms. Friggin' break rooms. Have I done the sitting on chairs collection? No, I'm thinking of maybe, if Boots and I have the time, we might do a Cats video style thing. So yeah, the other thing I'm going to check out format-wise here is we're going to pick a team and we're going to follow them to the end. So pick a team. First person to pick a team. Pick one of these character names, guys. You may have to full screen. Pick a team. The first person to pick a team, we will watch them quickly as well, please, with the code 78. So, Exalted Quality, Rhinogriff, Simon, Slater Play, Hannibal, the Elusive Eternals. Which ones? People are so angry over the balance changes. Who the fuck is angry over the balance changes? Seriously. Who's angry over the balance changes? You'd have to be a nutter. The only bad change is the explosive nerf on NG. That's literally it. That's the only genuinely terrible change. There are some other questionable ones, like the Scourge LOS thing is a bit dangerous. By the way, Fresh Air Weaver, I've played a lot of that tonight. I'm pretty sure it's dead. Okay, so the first person was Thermal. Thermal. No, not Thermal. It has to be in parenthesis. Cold Foamers. All right, there is only one Cold Foamers. Okay, so Leon. We're following Leon, okay? Yeah, balance is great. The direction of balance is so solid, guys. I don't know what people are talking about. I have been playing some Mimi. I'm pretty sure I've been reported for hacking today, by the way, because I've been rezzing myself with Glyph of Renewal. So Leon is blue. So let's take a look at who we have favored to win here. We have a Condi Mirage, which, by the way, is not as much of a joke as people might think. This thing can actually fucking lay the pain down. We've got a Scourge, Heavy Condi. We've got a DP Thief, so this guy is not running SD. He's DP, and he's... Yeah, he's basically trying to see whether he can get away with this in the new balance. So this is pretty fun, by the way, because we're right after balance here. We've got a Warrior who's running... Okay, yeah, he's just regular, normal meta warrior. Not running Berserker stance, which is probably good, especially, well, he's got these guys. So, nice rounded comp, honestly. You got your team fighters right here. Your Scourge Firebrand. You've got even this, I'd consider this guy a team fighter, to be honest, as well. Just sort of like a bit worse than the Firebrand, than the Scourge in this slot, but can peel out a bit better. Got nice, quick rotating. Actually, hold on, what the fuck? He's PP. Never mind. I lied to you. He's PP short bow. I guess he's changing. And a warrior for one of the sides. Solid comp. Moving over. Their opponents have no support at all. So without a support, we're very likely to see the Reds lose. They put a bit more pressure out, but we'll see how it goes. We're going to watch the DPS carry from the blue team as the game opens. Here, looking at the minimap. Let's watch how the splits go with the big minimap.
Hold on to your points. Seize there.
And we'll see what we've got rolling. I don't have OBS in a good place to see what the hell is going on here. All right. So Thief Cap's close. Not too good, honestly, but that's fine, I guess, for this, because he rotates there fast, and then he's going to rotate to this mid-fight pretty quickly. Enemy Mesmer's capping there close. So now all it comes down to is, can the Firebrand keep this Scourge we're watching alive? And let's hope that they can. He gets on the node. He might be going for his elite. CC chains. I don't know why he's running the Well of Suffering, by the way. He's not power, is he? Is he a power Scourge? I'm not entirely sure. Big pressure coming in on one of the other blue members right now, the Blue Guardian, the support himself. Generally pretty good. We're looking at the red team's Thief getting kind of low. Scourge goes down. This is pretty punishing for them. As soon as this Scourge drops, there's no res coming in. This pretty much heavily favors the red team now. Moving over to the push that occurred on close, if you guys look here. This is blue spawn here. We've got the... Oh, is he Condi pistol? Oh, Danny gets out just by a tiny... Okay, so good. He manages to get Danny down. That does secure close. I already teleported the camera, didn't I? Shit.
Red team wins.
God damn it, man. It's not easy. All right, so anyway, meanwhile, Red did end up obviously winning this. The Red Mesmer was a little bit pressured. He's going to be following now to try and stop the enemy Warrior get the back cap. Warrior has successfully bailed out of mid, which is what he wanted to do after his team lost it. Let's watch how he plays. He's going to be going for a 1v1. I actually don't think he's favored for this 1v1 at all, especially on Colosseum. But he might get a neutralization through, which would be the important aspect. Moving back over to the mid-fight, because that's going to take a while here. We can see how Blue does on their second big engagement of the game. This Thief needs to actually get some damage rolling. And if he's allowed to free cast like that as a PP Deadeye off node, I mean, he certainly will. He needs to pressure the body here. He wasn't even targeting it for a while. The res is going off from Danny. If Danny gets this res, it's going to be really gross. He's pushing it. Princess Lemongrass is so close to getting up, but he's not quite going to make... Okay, Princess Lemongrass is up. It comes at the cost of the Druid going down. Druid gets res even through the Firebrand F3 on the Tome. They actually... Blue picked up a res as well. So really sustaining mid-fight here. The red players are currently recapping though, and blue really need to get onto this to stop them getting full cap. They just did, so red is going to continue accelerating away from blue for the rest of the game here. Kaijin just here off node is being pressured really hard. This is the Scourge, and nobody's providing pills for him. Nobody. Where's his Firebrand? What's he doing? He's on node doing nothing. If you can see the Firebrand just over here. Look at this guy. He's trying to debunk them when he has no opportunity to. Really, he wanted to be standing with his Scourge. Now the Scourge goes in. This is not how you play Firebrand Scourge support, I'm afraid, guys. And red wins pretty decisively there. I really don't know whether I have much confidence blue can come back into that. That's two pretty solid mids that they've lost in a row. They've just recapped their close here with this warrior.
Grabbed a capture point.
And we'll see how the warrior does as he rotates off. That's the node we just watched there. Buffs are obviously up. Enemy Thief, all the way over here, didn't go for it, but instead went for the plus over on this fight. Of course, chasing the enemy Thief off. The PP Thief is really not going to do very well here. Let's see if he can get away in time. But I would expect Danny to score this kill on the roads. Yep, and he does. So that's pretty goddamn gross. Meanwhile, pretty nearby... we do have Necro grabbing shields. So this is good for this Necromancer because with his shoddy support, he'll now self-res himself when he goes down in this next engagement. But the cost of collecting this was that he hasn't been there when the push was most important. So his allied warrior here, who was just nearby. I know the camera's teleporting slightly there, guys, but like they're within visual range. Hopefully you can follow the game really well. Like this guy's super low. And it's unfortunate that he's so low. I also think I'm seeing a bit of a rotational misplay here. Did the Firebrand support Zerg back? Yes, they did. Oof, guys, no, this is not what you want to be seeing here. Their main team fight just abandoned the rest of their team to die in this node. Blue Mesmer goes down. I mean, red team's had a really easy go of it here. You can see that blue is at 90 odd points, but frankly... they haven't had a chance so far in this game. Not a chance. You'll see these kills going up, and we're going to watch the snowball pretty heavily here, I would say. Let's watch it from the red perspective for a little while. This is the red SD Thief. They're playing very safe by the book, by the way, the red comp here. Lots of classic builds. They're not changing things up a lot and learning to practice new builds just yet. They're confident in what the meta was before the patch, and they're going to stick with it from after. Playing a very easy 2-point game as well. I'll note that this is the red 2 cap here. There's half here. Here's the other half. How often have red pushed up over to the blue point? Not too often, and they've been very flighty when they have. Here, this is pretty gross as well for the blue team, frankly. Because we have Firebrand, who is solo against the Scourge. And given enough time, that Scourge will blow a lot of that Firebrand's combos. The Firebrand has no win condition against this Scourge, but the Scourge has one against the Firebrand. So blue have been forced into a really nasty, like, outnumber there. At least they managed to deal with it very quickly. I'm surprised that red over-rotated. So if we have a look at the minimap here, look at all the red players around in this corner. They really over-rotated back to their close. Nonetheless, red holds the node because of this pretty good play here from the red Mesmer, who is running Chrono. That allows him to chain his shield abilities. He's actually running the well. I don't really value the well that highly, but there you go. Maybe if it's more team fight oriented. Beautiful back cap just occurred here, by the way. Blue Warrior. After that over Zerg from the red team, this Blue Warrior has just casually counter-capped them. So in theory, blue had sides. Except in exchange for their far point, they lost their close, as their close has just been taken by this warrior, who's now also rotating in. So we're looking at a pretty big crunch in mids. Once again, I think I'd like to watch the blue Scourge as he moves his way in. Sorry, which is this character here. And we'll see if this Scourge can rain much hell. This skill, honestly. What amulet is he? Let's have a look. Yeah, he's carrying. I think he's just made a little bit of a mistake. Mind you, this was buffed, so they could just be playing around. Really low Scourge pressure here. Not sure what this is. This double nuke. This is good for blue right now. See, here's the thing. I don't think
Blue
I've
team
casted this
grabbed
very
the
well
capture
because
point.
I actually don't know how the fuck blue has come into this so much. It's just because red zerged mid as far as I know, right? Like red is just playing too safe in the
Did you see that?
center.
Red team got a
But I
capture
haven't watched
point.
any. I'm assuming some back caps have come from the PP thief. Sorry, I just blinked the camera again. Let's see how he can play with this 1v1. Since mid is lost, there's 2 blue dead people at mid, so
Red team
we're looking at a
wins
side
capture
engagement.
point.
The pistol build's doing all right, honestly. Even against feedbacks. I mean, freaking feedbacks. And he's actually keeping him going there. Probably could have stopped using the short bow
Red
attacks
team
altogether.
has obtained an artifact.
If we see the kill, it will go through in a second.
Blue team grabbed the capture
All right,
point.
Mesmer got it, which is what I was expecting, honestly. Moving on to the roads fairly nearby here. If you have a look, we can see that the red thief actually picked up sword. So when he kills this Scourge on the road, this is exactly what an SD thief wants to be doing, really. Hitting the Scourge while he's unsupported on the roads. And if he gets that kill, he will insta-reap it as well. I guess he's fleeing, so that's fine. He's not fleeing anywhere useful, but he is fleeing. Looking back towards mid. We have this blue Scourge here. 1v2. This is actually not too bad as long as he can keep them in his, like, sewage. But again, unsupported. Here comes the reap that I was talking about as the red thief scores that kill. And all he has to do is rotate off. And yeah, there was a little moment there where blue proper started. I don't know what happened because look at all these kills. Look at this. Exactly as I called it. It was just kill, 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 kill. Nothing manifested at all here. Just decaps. So, I mean, red really, like, I think should be a little bit wary of how easily they gave up those caps there. This enemy team being on almost 50% of the win is kind of insane. And yeah, so sorry to the person in chat who voted on the blue guys on Leon, because Leon is down and out, and that means we're going to be following the red team for the remainder of the AT. So you have it, guys. What do you think? WP, go to bed. That's the problem with following one team. You'll miss potential close games. Yeah, it's definitely a trade-off. I mean, I did a few Jeb of the swapping around a lot, and it just doesn't feel good to me. I just don't think it's... I really think people lose the narrative too quickly. So we'll just swap to whoever loses, and then we'll follow them. So now, like, we've still followed the full story of this team, right? I just don't know who was queuing them in, right? Which one actually is it? This is the next problem. Which account name was it? Was it Derek? I don't actually know. These guys are already on Capricorn. So we know it's not rung 2. Again, I'm not really thinking about my commentary here, by the way, guys. I would say that my commentary was... Wow, they're this far into round 2 already? Okay, that was definitely a slam dunk before. So it's not this one. My commentary I'm not focusing on too much. I'm trying to focus on the cameras more. So it's either rung 1, 3, 4, or 5. Yeah, just follow the winner, basically.
Blue
Yeah,
team
exactly.
grabbed the capture point.
Exactly, dude. This was a good cast. The movement of the cameras, the focus on the action, the
Red
commentary, the
team
new
wins
overlays.
the
Really
capture
solid.
point.
I'm glad you think so, Jules. I think I lost it a bit in the middle. I think I didn't present the story because I wasn't even fully aware of the story in my own brain. So how could I have presented that to you guys? But I think it was alright-ish. Cheeky
Blue
NA
team
stream.
grabbed the capture point.
Yeah, is everyone on the spring break right now, are they? I can go from one cast to another by clicking this, right? The reason these aren't live is because... I mean, a countdown would be so nice.
Red team wins a capture point.
Camera movement was good except in the middle. Do you actually feel it? Evolutes, everybody in chat, do you actually feel it? Do you get what I mean with the teleport thing? Like, I'm fairly confident in what I'm saying, but I haven't actually had much feedback where people have said... I mean, I've had one person asking, wow, how long has that been a feature? But... yeah, so it's not live yet. But can't they guesstimate at least when it might be? I just wish... Okay, so bracket 3 is open now. Hey, She's So Heavy. It's good to see you. I have to be the final one in the arena. Really? Huh. I didn't know that. But these guys haven't loaded in yet. Okay, it's not bracket 3 either because it's none of these guys. We will find it. We will find it, everybody. See, this is just so annoying. When I think about, like, that idea of, like, putting on an amazing show for a monthly, right? The perfect show. When I think about that, it doesn't include all of this. It doesn't include waffling around. Here we go. So we got the Reds. Quick recap on the red team, by the way. Because we never really looked at their builds very closely. Harrier. Harrier Chrono. Hello. So this is something new here, guys. Running a Harrier Chrono. That would explain the well here. What's he running? He's not running all's well that ends well. Oh, no, he is running all's well that ends well. Is he running Chronomancer runes? No, he's running leadership runes. Boon duration. So where's he sharing his stuff from? He's inspiration. Is he running Temporal Enchanter? Okay. For the glamours. So what is this? Is this like a support chrono? Is that what I'm actually looking at here? Wow, we'll have to keep an eye on this guy. Since this is our team now, we'll watch on the opening here. Meanwhile, they are against very sturdy Hollow build, lots of protection. Very sturdy warrior build that can easily push far or hold close. Bursty Mesmer builds, so this is a lot of their spike pressure. This is a lot more of their solid pressure. This one's the demo sword build. So on matchup here, neither has a support. I think, actually, well, unless if this is a valuable support, red goes through. If this is a good support, we're gonna see red slam it here, guys. So, good luck, I guess. We'll see how it goes. This is gonna be a game on Capricorn. Like, we could do cool stuff with the camera and whatnot here. Oh, they know that we're spectating. Tell your stream to watch my tub, they say. All right, there you go. All right, here we go. So let's see what happens. All right, this guy's not even going mid. So I guess we won't worry about that.
An enemy ship is pulling into the harbor.
They're stacking stealth. Rightly so as well. A Demolisher Amulet Mesmer against them, and the Bursty Greatsword guy could indeed be really quite dangerous. Watching their positioning. I hate this eye. This eye is so bad. I have to remember to never use the eye at Capricorn. Wow, the burst that just came in. Scourge absolutely ate the dirt there, and the red Druid also did. Major pressure. They've got some good barrier up here, but red is really stinging. Blue has absolutely destroyed them here at this opening mid. Extremely powerful. Meanwhile, you may notice here that it teleported. We have to learn our eye-to-eye transitions on this one. It's not going to be easy. That's a good eye-to-eye transition. This is a good eye. Why don't we go to this eye a little bit more? All right, we'll have to remember this. So Blue's actually taking some counter pressure here. The mid fight is not over. If we see this blue hollow go down, which we have, it seems, if they get their stomp through, yeah, they didn't get the stomp through. Danny ate during mid cleave. This warrior died off point. So red is definitely. Oh my god, what, the rally? No, it's not a rally. Why does it say rally when he vengeances? He shouldn't say that. He could frigging Where's his allies here?
Blue team takes a
so basically,
point.
See, this is bad. I can tell that this one's bad. So basically, blue wins mid very decisively. They're also winning their close. I did that too quick. We can do this smoothly, guys. The transitions can work, I promise. Basically, it's down to this red Mesmer. I need to get back onto over-the-shoulder cam quicker. It's onto this red Mesmer to actually sustain this 1v2 for a long period of time, or even score a kill. No portal, there's no way out though. Plus he's the weird support build, so I'm not sure how much we can actually respect what he's capable of doing. That blinked. Why did that blink? We actually have to go when the game isn't even live, by the way, and like figure out. So we can only do the cameras in like this very specific order. You probably have to snake around on this map. If you want no teleports, it's really weird. Anyway, back to mid. Again, we have another 1v2. The reason you're seeing this, guys, is because... Oh, I had the big map up the whole time as well. That's terrible, too. Rip. Ah, it's such an art form, everybody. Oh. The reason you're seeing this is red is staggering, right? If you look at the blue health bars, they're fine. They're all able to be on the map all at once. We do actually have the hollow over there died, which is kind of cool. But because of that, you kind of get... I should run YOLO mouse as well. Holy shit. YOLO mouse plus using the cursor to point at things on the map. Oh, that would be so good. Oh, that would be really good, because then I could point out that hollow and you guys would know exactly what I'm talking about. Because I could go big map, YOLO mouse, boom. Maybe you don't even need YOLO mouse. I don't know. Anyway, so Blue's going to win this.
Bell to signal them to fire.
Like, very, very decisively, I think. What's Red's win condition here? How does Red get out of this? Well, I think that they need to regroup. I think that, like, when we look at, say, this Thief that's coming out, he should probably wait to make a push along with his Druid that just died, along with the Mesmer that's coming in. We can watch and see if he makes a play, though. He's looking for a plus here on the Warrior. By shadow stepping in, I think he's made a big mistake because he needs that shadow step to secure the stomp. He isn't even trying to stealth himself, so he gets CC'd, right? So misplay here from this Thief. It would have been much smarter to hold the shadow step to go for the stomp. Then he might have even secured a rally or something. He's forced to bail out. This is a good camera to use, actually. He's a good camera right now. And so we got SD Thief versus the Greatsword. Greatsword burst goes down. See, I feel like you should be watching the guy that secures the burst. That's probably more fun, right? So he drops his portal and he rotates back up, which is obviously a really, really great moment for him. That doesn't work. So yeah, I mean, we're even looking at 3 cap, unfortunately, at this point, guys. How do I get from this eye all the way over here without a camera blink? Do I have to look at the node? If I look at the node, does it do it? No, it never does. It's like the devs have just defined it that it won't sometimes. So it means that some maps are just going to be a bit crapper than others, frankly. We have another push going in for the Reds. Let's see how this goes. Oh, we're getting a bit of a frame drop as well, but that's purely because... Also, I should never go to someone once they're already dead. It's tricky because here's the funny thing about this, guys. You got to get a balance, right, where you watch the person who's being pressured so you can see if they make a play when they escape, but you don't want to go to them once they're already down, because once they're already down, it's boring. At that point, you really want to be watching the cleave from the aggressors. It's like, right now, I'm not going to worry about teleporting or whatever. We want to focus on this guy as he's like about this health threshold, but if he's too low, you don't want to watch him. There's like a real art to it, I think, anyway. For maximum entertainment, I think it's like really extraordinary. Hey, this time it automatically took us to this camera, which is brilliant. So we got Zulu.
Just like that, blue team takes a capture
2v1,
point.
this guy should go down. So what we want to do for max entertainment, right? Perfect camera work to me.
Be ready to give the signal and return
We
fire
saw this
once
coming.
the cannons are loaded.
Perfect camera work is like when they're about to go down, then you swap to the guy cleaving their body. Let's see where the portal takes them. No, they're not interested. He's going up here for Bell, which is possibly an okay play. Meanwhile, we're going to be over here. No, that teleport doesn't work either.
Not my pet.
He stays around for the portal. He's going to move up.
To signal them
Not a
to
problem.
fire.
Can we blink straight to Vans without teleport? We can. That's really good. So player to player sometimes. It's like a whole other game, but it's like as complicated as a Conquest. Figure it out with the camera. All right, so the winners. Sorry, that was a terrible cast. I'm just getting lost in the practice and the excitement and interest of it. So we're going to be following Vans' team now. Commiserations to the losers. That was pretty big slap down there. But perhaps it's playing with some different builds while the red team is not. So these are the accounts. Sunny, Vans, Critical, Jawn, and Pink Shorts. Right, those are the accounts we're looking for on the thing. In fact, can't we just stay here? Oh, if we can stay here, that's brilliant. Hold on, we can probably stay here, can't we? Oh, that's perfect. So we know it's going to be this top one, isn't it? It's going to be the top one. I think. Because we get Sunny there. People are salty in chat. Yeah, so that's good. That cuts away a loading screen. That gives you easy time. If you were going to put on a good show... Look, the Capricorn's still destroying the map. That gives you a good opportunity to like go to other overlays entirely. This would be where you'd show the little things. That's good. That's less micro for the person hosting the event. Because you can just stick it out. That would be like the format you'd use. You'd stay here. You'd use the UI to see the usernames, the account names, so that then you can work straight into the thing. It's a shame you still basically are just click spamming. But what is this? This is at least 60 seconds, right? So we could go to an overlay where it's like, the next map could be forest, you know, or you talk about amulets or whatever, you know. And you just have pre-baked little things. And it makes sure that everyone in chat who doesn't know anything about Conquest, like, learns a little bit more about the game in the meantime. They can enjoy it a bit more. That's actually workable. It's kind of frustrating how many little things there are to, like, little hurdles, you know, that just makes it a pain. I can only imagine how, like, annoying that's been for Jebro to work with for all this time. But, oh, there you go. So, let's see if this works. So, the second their games... Oh, no, I'm Heart of the Mist. It does auto-kick us. That's annoying. Frankly, that's annoying. Because this loading screen time now is all potential time that I could be in the next match already. If it's popped. It hasn't, but yeah. You could make little vignettes of top players and show them. So, yeah, there's all these cool things as well, though. Like, I don't know, for a monthly, I think the early rounds, you wouldn't do this, but the last round, the final round, you could... There's ways to set up OBS where you have automatic on-the-fly highlighting going on that I know other games, esports and things do, right? You could definitely do that for the final. So here's something funny that I realized from the cast I did earlier in the day today, just before I went off to see Boots. We were on Legacy, right? And they won because of a Lord kill in the final. It was really cool. It was brilliant. It was within 5 points. And there was a moment, though, just before the Lord kill, I was watching this node. Oh, God. Someone's actually in this map. I was watching this node, and... basically, it was impossible for the neutralization to go through, but it got neuted. I rewatched the VOD,
Hold on to your
and I realized on the VOD
Seize
what had actually
theirs.
happened was the Mesmer that was trying to defend his node distorted with a triple distort. So he had extremely long distortion uptime, all of which he was losing ticks. So he got debunked because his distortion was too long, because he panicked against the enemy, which is a horrendous misplay. Especially since his enemy was a firebrand. A horrendous misplay. So this got neutralized, allowing the enemy team to troll at this Lord and kill the Lord. And that's actually what happened on that game. I never caught it in the moment, but on the VOD I saw it just because of, like, that little moment where I could watch back. Like, if you were going to go big dick on monthlies, right? And you were going to do, like, a really, like, professional monthly event, you could have the final rolling those little things. So afterwards, you can do some post-match commentary and catch those little moments that are really what makes Conquest so beautiful. And I'm not saying that, you know, that Mesmer getting debunked by his long distort was, you know, a trash player or whatever. It's obviously just the last in many mistakes that stack up, leading to his team losing. But, yeah, it was amazing to see, and it would be really cool on a proper monthly cast to actually show. I think you've got much more smoothness with more FPS. Looks like there are drops when you change cam. Just go down with the settings and it will flow. Maybe. We missed the opening here. I'm so sorry, guys, but I got distracted with other stuff. So Blue are the people we currently care about because they have won their way through. We know their comp. What are they facing? Let's very quickly go through it. We're looking at a Bursty Greatsword Mesmer. We're looking at a
Blue team takes a capture point.
Anti-corrosion plating hollow. I need a good way of describing these hollow builds, man. We need good standard terms for some of these meta specs, because holy shit. I can't be rapping out 7 syllables for a single build. They've also got a Demolisher. Actually, no, he's not Demolisher, is he? Is he Greatsword? I'm expecting to see Greatsword. Oh, what the heck? He's Staff Sword Torch demo. Interesting. These guys are getting wrecked. We know that these guys are getting wrecked because all of Red's dead. This is currently the only Red player alive. Let's see how he does. Scrapper. I respect the Scrapper attempts. He's enjoying the function gyro fixes. So he pops stealth on himself. They do know where he's going because of the gyro. You'll notice Vance here actually is fighting the gyro, killing it. He's not actually hitting the hollow. He's just hitting the gyro because he knows when the gyro dies, the hollow will be revealed. Hollow is now on the board. I messed up the bind. I'm sorry, guys. Keep forgetting which team I want to go to. So Hollow v Warrior, I think the Warrior is definitely favored on this. So how do we feel about this, by the way? In a 1v1, there's no point casting this because it's going to be over. But in a 1v1, how do you guys feel about skipping to the Warrior's perspective right now? Right? Like, how do you feel about darting to see Van's side? Is that good, or do we hold the Hollow for longer? The scrap up. You guys get what I mean. Because I've never quite known... I feel like this makes it unnecessarily confusing when I've watched in the past. When we, like, dip on and off the people in the 1v1. technically you give more information to the viewers because they see everyone's cooldowns, but I feel like you sort of mess with the flow of the fight a little bit by doing that too much. I'm not entirely sure. What do you guys think? By the way, how do the eyes work here? I noticed on your cast, Jeb, that this eye back here is gross as all hell. Look at this. How often is this ever useful? Really nasty eye. And it's a teleport eye. Does that have a smooth transition to any of them? No, it doesn't. Not a single one. That's nasty. These ones are good. You can at least move around here. I mean, that's a beautiful friggin' eye to eye there. That's gorgeous. I can't wait to use that in an actual game. Look at that. Oh my god, and it goes to close as well. Skyhammer's actually fucking sexy. I'm not being funny. Look at how good Sky. Oh, that's not good.
Operational. Ready for targeting.
But look at how good Skyhammer is moving around the map.
Blue team
It's
grab
actually a
the
real
capture
treat.
point.
I think it is anyway. We can easily see these guys. Keep all context. I mean, Skyhammer in a weird way, it doesn't even. You don't need context of knowing where it is, but it just looks nice and shiny, right? So we can come over here. Yeah, sorry, I'm not really putting much effort into this one. I'm just sort of trying to learn the map a bit more. Oh, you had direct input into some of the eyes, did you, Jeb? Are they still taking feedback on that? Oh, it feels like the team is so small. It's like, what do you ask them to prioritize, right? But I mean, I wonder if they'd ever go back to it someday. If they could get all of the eyes to not blink, oh, it'd be so good. It's a bit of a wall for people to climb over right now, actually, to get, like, the perfect thing. Why do none of these hollows ever use their thumper turret? Cast that shit, man. Oh, he got interrupted. Not good. His only way out is... he doesn't have one. I'm not being funny. He doesn't have one. So down he goes. So, yeah, let's just try and get some fluidity to this. Let's follow this guy now. See, that I don't like. We had a camera right next to him, and I went to him, but it blinked to him. Why didn't it just move in? I don't know.
Sanity is but a mirage.
So we got the Scrapper going for function gyro res, I think, there. Not making it. Spamming his gyros. Pretty heavy condi on him right now. Also, how do we feel about builds being shown mid-match? I feel like the UI is pretty cumbersome. But, like, maybe if you had it predetermined to be down there all the time, so it was, like, as clean as possible. Obviously, my chat, we would move. Don't worry about my OBS stuff. That's obviously irrelevant. So, yeah, he's Paladin. He's running the Juggernaut. Protection Injection is what I'm curious about. He's not. He's anti-corrosion. Oh, no. Sorry. Yeah, they're different lines. It would help if I learned this stuff a bit better. Yeah, I thought I saw Iron-Blooded for a second. No, I mean, he's fine. He should be okay, actually. Ideally, he wants to be against a Condi player, though, not Pink Shorts, who is decidedly power. So he can see Pink Shorts scoring the kill here. We're going to expect to see Pink take the portal now. And we're going to follow Pink across the map here. Why does this eye show their spawn? I guess actually that eye showing their spawn is pretty good.
Just like
and then we can see how Pink
blue team takes a capture point.
takes this fight down here. Also, teleport heavy characters are a bit interesting. Okay, so we do see that the hammer is up right now. Nobody's actually going for it. So we'll see what happens there. Towards point C. We have red guys being spawn camped. And yeah, I don't know. Obviously a boring game. Ideally, we wouldn't have boring games like that, but I can't fix that shit. That comes with a bigger population and more people caring about the ATs. Listen, if someone can do an amazing monthly, right? Like an incredible monthly show, more people will care about the ATs. Right now, the only carrot on a stick right now is the gizmos, because nobody respects the skill level of the players that are around at the moment. And some other people only care about cash, right? But if you have, like, if it's a spectacle on Twitch, if there's big viewership, people will want to be in it just to feel famous and have eyes on them. Seriously, that's all it will be. To be shown as good with a lot of eyeballs. So you get the good monthly show. I actually do think it improves the quality of the matches. But the monthly show has to break 1,000, 1,500. I think it can. My understanding of the size of the scene, I'm not very good with the PvP stuff, obviously, but I think you can. All right, so Scar's team, we move forward now. Oh, sorry, no. Vans' team we stay with, so we continue along. Sunny was the guy queuing before, so let's see. Does Sunny appear here consistently again? Hopefully it does. No, it doesn't. So we don't actually see Sunny's name anymore. So they've changed to... Who? Oh, this isn't even account names. This is character names. Is it this one? No, this is... Wow, this is only the start of the previous bracket. Those guys are going really slow, aren't they? What? It's done Skyhammer twice in a row? Is that a joke? Or is it just that the rounds haven't updated yet? Because everyone else is... This is still the previous round, right? I need to learn how this UI works. This is really fiddly. This is still the previous round, correct? So, Grenth's game has finished second round, and I'm looking for round 3. It's catching up. Yeah, okay, Jebro. All right, cool. Thank you for that confirmation. PvP, as far as Reddit is concerned, only gets noticed when there's drama, but... it's kind of funny. Someone said to me once, and I didn't really believe them very much, but they said there's more to the community than Reddit. And, they're kind of right. It doesn't really matter too much. You want to watch You want to watch Simon in the meantime? How do we feel about this as well? Interim games. I think the perfect monthly show wouldn't do interim games. Personally, I think you would say, because you need like
just like
clear
that.
cut. Okay,
Blue
here's the
team takes a
game.
capture
We're off
point.
the game and we're chilling. Here's the game and we're off the game.
Cores
Not kind of a
installed.
messy like
Charging the laser.
amorphous grey blob of like random spectating for a full 2-hour period or whatever. I think that ruins it. I think you want to keep the magic of the game. So like you could have this as a background thing or whatever, but I really think at this moment you'd be showing clips and stuff, pre-baked stuff, or interacting with chat, having some kind of Skype conversation if you're actually sociable, which I obviously am not.
Ready for targeting.
Here, I'll gladly take the opportunity to do it again, though, because practice, right? So what have we actually got here in terms of well-rounded comps? These guys actually can mid-fight. They can mid-fight really well, actually. Very sturdy. This guy
Red
is
team wins a
also
capture
sturdy.
point.
I actually really like the Reds comp. I didn't explain why. I want to see what this guy's other weapon is. What's a quick way of doing that? Is there a hotkey to open people's builds? Oh, there is. Does it work? No, that's my build. Damn it. When I'm spectating and I press the build menu, let me see their builds. Come on, give me a hotkey for that. That'll be so good. ArenaNet. Oh, if I could have a hotkey instead of fucking about with the mouse up here. Excuse my French. All right. What is he running, though? I never checked. Okay, yeah, he's Staff. All right, so he's a well-rounded Mesmer. Here we have Firebrand support. Oh, no, we don't. Yeah, well, but Scepter. Hello? I guess because he's Menders. Cool. This is the new balance patch you're seeing here, guys. Menders encouraging Firebrands to run different stuff. Pretty exciting. Illusion of Life. Hype. And they're winning. Oh, I love this team. I love this team. Oh my god, I've got to see it. I've got to see Johnny make
Just
a play
like
here.
that.
We have
Blue
to see
team
Improvised
takes a
Meta make a
capture
play with
point.
this Illusion of Life. The new lower cooldown Illusion of Life. Respect the Illusion of Life pluses, guys.
Red
right?
team
They may be
wins a
long
capture
dead.
point.
People may not remember them. But to get like a double rally to swing an entire mid-fight to then keep them alive. Oh. Oh. So good. I still think the cooldown should be about 50 seconds. Then we'd see it be really fun. But this is the kind of skill that would be terrible if it was too strong. And then what else have we got?
I'm wounded.
I mean, terrible for the scene if it was too strong. We got Power Rev, which is more respectable than most people would think. This guy's running Mortar. Oh, I love this team. They're doing stuff. He's running Mortar because Mortar got buffed in the patch. Oh, these guys. Mortar Hollow. Oh, I like this a lot. I like it a lot. All right, so let's have a look at the map and see what's going on in the state of the game. Blue is currently winning on the boards, and they're winning in total point scores, so they're in extremely dominant position. We're looking at a Revenant here, who's just rotating into mids, which I really agree with. We want to see this Rev stay here in mids, and generally not push into enemy territory that you can see up here. I need to get better with big map versus small map. Remember, from what I watched reviewing myself earlier, I should only be up there a couple of seconds, not held up for ages. So this is really nice, actually. You can see that the red team is collecting on the roads here. Plenty of them doing this. And we're going to see them go up to the hammer right now. So we're going to see a big hammer fight. We'll watch the Scourge as this battle unfolds. If red scores this, they're going to neutralize the rest of the map. We'll see this node and this node go down. Oh my god, I'm messing this up. How the hell do you cast this? What do I even say here? All right, well, they're unfavored right now because they have 3v2. He's actually getting hit really hard. He should be kiting around, LOSing a little bit more. It's more important, Ghost Pumpkin, to be LOSing around these barriers, I think. Okay, so he's down. The support is also extremely low. Let's watch the support's perspective. Does he have anything that he can help out? He's out of his tome F3. He had Mercy? Is he running Signet of Mercy? Oh my god, he might be running Signet of Mercy. Unfortunately, though, that does not save his day, and he's down. Returning to the rest of the map, we're looking at a plus coming in from this Mesmer right here, who is the Illusion of Life Mesmer. No portal to speak of. He's just going for the decap. Oh, no, he's going for full cap. I don't know why I called that a plus. That was foolish of me. But yeah, there was a great little delay held here, or attempt for a delay, but it never went anywhere. So Red scored it anyway? Question mark? Did it? Oh, what did I just miss? Did Red actually secure that? That's insane. Here we've got Red Hollow, extremely low. His friend, unfortunately, not offering him pills, allowing him to be just destroyed on the roads there. Pretty unfortunate. Next big thing that the red team needs to be able to stay in this is red team needs to be able to secure this node here. Red needs to win this node, but unfortunately, as you can see, the Mesmer is not doing too well. He does have portal escape. No, he doesn't, because he portaled here. So he loses that node. Plus comes in from Hell Reaps. What do? Do I call people by their class name or the character name?
Like
which makes more sense? Oh, he gets destroyed. What's he running here? Yeah, where was the Bandit's Defense a second ago, man? Don't pick that Bandit's Defense if you're not going to use it. He's peeling out for the resustain. He's got a bursty guard hot on his tail there. I think that's a bursty guard. No, it's a Rev. The Rev is actually going to destroy him. He doesn't get the support. He needs to go to no port. He doesn't seem to... the Rev stopped chasing. Unbelievable. This is Skyhammer. So he's coming over here to resustain, moving back in. We need to get back to the mid-fight, I feel, at this point. So let's watch... Okay, the frame drops there are definitely because of my rendering, so don't worry about that, guys. Don't worry about that. That wasn't actually a camera blink. It was just a big frame drop because of the sudden territory movement. Like, we're still getting frame drops. Like, we're at 37 frames. So don't you guys worry too much. I'm just rendering a difficult thing on today's video. Manages to push the barrier, gets his support on the road. This is good. They're trying to force a team fight at point A, the blue close point. I think instead of calling this point A and point C, by the way, the most transparent thing is to refer to it as red close and blue close. I think that's the best way across all maps. So people with no knowledge of, like, where's Waterfall... Guys, tell me in chat, is Waterfall blue close or red close? Like, so I think to contextualize in terms of terminology, you would use that instead, wouldn't you? I think. So we see them going up for the... that teleport feels fine. Massive over-rotation here, though, at the hammer. So we can assume that red will get this hammer, which, again, is really important because they're going to want to get these two nodes. Meanwhile, though, improvised meta here, probably making a poor rotation. That Mesmer coming up here into this. I would have rather see this Mesmer go towards the point C, red close, which is currently in red's control. But now blue is winning this. I suppose, actually, to be fair, all they have to do is delay hammer. I was wrong. The smarter play was to just delay hammer forever. It all comes down to the blue close.
Skyhammer calibrated
Right over here. And it depends on if Mr. Mir can get the decap. He cannot because he got struck with the blue hammer. So red ends up winning that. No, middle, close, and far doesn't work, dude, because it's specific to the team. Like, close is not the same for depending on half of the players. Middle, close, and far doesn't work. Not from a casting thing. From obviously a team communication thing. If you're actually playing the game, it does. But what you just said is nonsense. Can you add the letters A, B, and C to the overlay? What do you mean? Probably not. Like, there's certain things you can do, but not too much. Yeah, I'm not colorblind. I'm just shit at this because I've only been doing it a day. And I messed the terms up a lot. Say alpha, beta, omega, lol. All right. So that should be the semis. So we were actually watching Sunny and Co, right? Which is still not up. This one's up. Yeah, they're on the mini-map. They are on the mini-map. It's really clear on Skyhammer, honestly. If the entire game, they were all point A, point B, and C, it'd be fine. But here, like, how do you read altar, temple,
Stillness has
gate?
appeared.
So, by the way, Blackjack and Co. have destroyed on this setup. We don't care about this game, though. We're following Vans and Co. as they're who we ended up on. We're just waiting for the thing to come up. Now, temple is a really difficult thing to prevent camera blinking. Now, down to Trank is fine, because everyone knows it's a bit separate. It's a bit like the hammer on Skyhammer, really, right? But as for the rest of these, as far as I can tell, you have to be really specific about which eyes you use and from where. You get a nice, like, ring around mid. And you can even come up to... Oh, my God, there is an eye over there. I just can't see it. You can come up to some of these eyes. I don't know. But this map's not too good for it, so hopefully I can give you guys a good show. But I don't know. Alright. Grent's game. Live matches. No, they're still not up. No love for EU. Yeah, sorry, man. It's just, wouldn't EU be dead at this point? It's like super late. I'm only up because I'm rendering a video. And, well, because I want to practice this a bit more and think about this a bit more. There we go. Their game just started. All right, here we go. I'm going to actually try here. All right. So, we are looking at the team we fully understand and we've seen several times already. That, once again, is the... I don't understand this build. I really don't. Oh, no, he's just sword. That's fine, then. So, we've got sword demo. That's great. Are they just swapping around a lot, perhaps? We've got Burst here from a Great Sword builds with a Mesmer. We got anti-corrosion plating Hollow. Warrior for close and far, potentially. No Scourge anymore. They have changed up, haven't they, a little bit? That's something, I suppose, that you'd have to figure out in a monthly as well, because people would change builds in the middle. And then I think the last one's going to be a Firebrand. Over on the red team... What do we have here? We got the Rev. Mirror Hollow. I really want red to win this. I really want red to win it. Because these guys are playing with builds, man. These guys are doing interesting shit. Look at this. This is a mortar kit. A mortar kit. 2K18, ladies and gentlemen. Who sees this? Not I. Not I. So, no really great supports on either group here. I don't know how to call matchups when I don't see a good support. Let's see. Let's think about who has sturdier sides. Oh, actually, these guys have a sturdy one. I think Red... Soon. I mean, he's doing something interesting because he's Menders. He's running Scepter, right? With the Menders set up. Red, in theory, could have this on paper, but it depends on who's piloting what, right? So let's take a look at opening splits.
Straight.
Let's keep an eye on the mid node here. And watch how everybody moves on in.
Your points. Seize theirs.
So we've got Mesmer's capping close, as you'd expect. And we're going to have a 4v4 in mids. No dirty crosses. Nothing anything particularly crazy going on. We want to watch up round the sides here. Oh, God, that eye is not the eye we wanted. Sorry, guys. You want to watch up round... And neither's that. Oh, God. We have to learn the things. Okay, so let's just look. He's getting pressured here.
Blue team takes a capture point.
I guess this Mesmer's getting pressured. We're going to watch this guy. He wants to secure some bursts on people, and he wants to not get wrecked. He's being forced far away by enemy Demolisher Mesmer. The Demolisher Mesmer turns back in. Red getting pretty hit pretty hard here, but as long as their support can keep them alive. So we're going to watch this Menders Firebrand here. We're going to stick on him for a while. As long as he can sustain their health. So he's got to get Tifa healthy. He's got to keep himself healthy. They're actually going to do okay with the mid-fight. You'll notice everybody's moved away from the node, which is still Nuke. Okay, so he's gone down. He rallies. So here we go. The Illusion of Life. It's the Illusion of Life plays. He's going to instantly die here if he gets DPS. Go through the portal. Go through the portal. Oh, he actually made it. What a legend. I think he goes downstate now and they can res him. And then, in theory, even go back through if they were quick enough. But he ported too early. But that's pretty good. Nice little bailout of mid here. Unfortunately, what we see is down here, one of them is actually still going down. So this Hollow up on this ledge died. And they're in the middle of training down Tifa. It is a Rev, so could potentially do some interesting port plays to get away, but didn't make it. This Scourge is a sit and duck right now. Let's hope that the red team capitalizes. They're not in a position to. So red has finally wiped, but it was a good attempt, man. I miss those Illusion of Life portal plays. I really do, and it was pretty fun to see. All right, so looking over at the sides, by the way, we have had some decapping going on. I wonder if free cam is just better. So we've had a decap over on this side of the map, and over here we're actually engaged in a 1v1. So let's see how the 1v1 continues. Without being pressured, Croissant here is going to absolutely devastate the red team. He's got a huge amount of pressure and good cleave on the bodies once they go down. Pink Shorts, his ally, is actually getting pretty pressured here though. So who knows? This is definitely not 100% for the blue team, even though they currently outnumber this. I block things. The support is coming in. Once this red support gets into the node... No, he's bailed. 2 of his allies dead. Both of these red guys. Sorry about the camera blinking.
Just like that.
Ah, if
Blue
they'd
team
survived
takes
just
the
a
capture
second
point.
longer, this support would have had a really nice time there. They would have won that on that close point. As it stands,
Blue
though,
team
blue
grabbed
is
the
now
capture
looking
point.
even stronger because they managed to get that push on far, and they can harass on the road so easily. Like, look at this support. He's got nothing to peel off this warrior. Maybe he has a bit of damage of his own now to peel the warrior off. Who knows? Because he can go Menders. Meanwhile, over on this side, we have more Mesmer goodness going on. 2 blue Mesmers chasing a red Mesmer. Red Mesmer ports out. Pretty nice. Rev moves through the portal, actually, sorry. It was the Rev, as you can see here. And he gets to take that for free. He's
Blue
about to be
team
aggressed by
grabbed the
blue
capture
Hollow.
point.
So Hollow v Rev. I'd expect this Hollow to win this extremely clearly and obviously, which, yeah, is exactly what the Rev's estimation is as well. The Rev moves away to delay the cap on stillness.
Stillness has appeared.
Wow, as a caster, you don't get notifications for the stillness. I have to remember that shit better than players do. Oh, God. All right, that's fine then. So there's going to be a delay going on here. Blue gets the easy cleave. They're even going to get the early stillness cap because the Mesmer, the blue... I should use character names,
Just
right?
like that.
Character names
Blue
have to be the
team
way to do
takes a
it because
capture
when they
point.
class stack, it doesn't make any sense otherwise. Here we're just going to see him drop a portal and move off. Or go AFK because he thinks he's won. They do have 6 cap right now. So, was this the finals or was this the semis? I can't remember. It's the semis, right? This is semis. We can watch the 1v1. With 6 cap, Blue's like going to rocket away. As you can see here on the timeline, this is a rocket taking off, guys. I don't think we'll see too much else. No renegades reported exposed. This casting is so aggressive. Am I really mean to people? I do have... You remind me of when I used to have like teams and stuff and I was basically a dick to people. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just pointing out what people can do. Oh no. Look, let's just see how the 1v1 goes, all right? Look, I don't actually know how... I don't know how to do the commentary right now. Listen, I'm a long way away from that. Right now, I'm just watching and seeing what I think as I watch it. Oh, sexy fucking stomp. Oh my god. Did he get that? No, he did. Did he get it? He did. Oh my god, I enjoyed that. If that is what I thought that was. Was that a phase? Was that a beginning execute phase retreat up into his downstate too? No, that's way too complicated for that to have been that, right? Blue is just winning every single engagement here. Without fail. Pretty fun to watch this Mesmer. Probably boring at this point for everyone else, right? Let's watch the red firebrand support who's trying to sustain against this. If someone makes a bad play, in my opinion, back off on judging them. I've tried not to offer any judgments. I've only judged
Blue
the plays
team grabbed
themselves.
the capture point.
I have to be PMA. It's patronising though. It was a really good effort, red team. I think you did amazing.
Red team wins a capture point.
That's not what they want to hear. They've probably got a good idea. I'll tell you why red team lost this. Because they were creative with builds. Because they're running freaking Mortar. Because they're running Illusion of Life. Because they're looking at the changes of meta. They're fielding a Revenant. Okay, this is why they're losing. Alright, and I respect that. I respect that they're actually playing Patch Day, how Patch Day should be played. He's actually ported Trank, so he's going to go full cap and then port over and take the 3 cap. This is the red comeback. You guys are watching it here? Oh, what? No, I thought you ported Trank. Actually, I love this sweeping of the map from Joni here. 10 out of 10. Really actually enjoy this. Genuinely. No sarcasm or anything like that. I think that's really cool. Neutralize everywhere possible. Go for stillness. It doesn't even matter. But the delay down here, what was going on? What was going on? How did they get full cap? This Rev was down here for ages, wasn't he? I wish I'd come back here quicker because I should have watched that. Keep bashing them. I'm not bashing any. Am I bashing people? Genuinely? I'm not going to lie. Everything I've tried to play since the patch, I've been terrible at, and I've been kind of bummed out. I really have not been doing good on Fresh Air at the moment. I'm not going to say it's dead yet, but I really have struggled on Fresh Air. I've played some Mimi stuff, but oof, they managed to get that cap through there as well. I should have been actually watching the guy capping it, shouldn't I? The only build that I'm having success with right now is just cheesing it on the regular demo Mesmer. I played a warrior that can pump instant 25 might onto everyone. Wasn't very good. I played Rampage Warrior. Didn't do very good. Played Mace. I played Dagger Weaver because of all those Dagger buffs. Didn't do very good. But there we go. All right. Blue team and Vance steaming their way through. No challenge so far. Commiserations to the red team. That should open the final bracket immediately, right? If I've learned anything these past 2 days, it's that should be live straight away, I guess. I guess it just depends on how quickly they load in. No, you're not. I'm not kidding, but I don't think you need to be overly nice or anything. Should I just do a cast where I just get in there and I go, "Way wankers! You are too bad." Should we do that? That's not going to totally get me kicked from the partner program, is it? Oh, did I get a host from you, Roy? Dude, you really... Oh, I wish... I want these to be like quiet little streams in the corner until I'm actually halfway decent at this. Thank you very much. To everyone who came from Roy, it's good to see you all. We're spectating the Prime NA Daily Grinth's game. The rewards are a whopping 25 gold. Oh, we all know the rewards. I'm already better than you. I seriously doubt that. You've actually been doing it for a while, right? ANET likes aggressive casting. Where is the citation for this? Do they like casters calling people wankers? You just wait. Basically, you wait for people to go downstate, and then you type in map chat easy. Be so good. I actually saw a right dickhead today, who everyone's testing builds, right? And he was like running some like meta ranger spec, and every time he killed people on these pathetic builds, he was typing easy at them in chat. It's like, what are you getting out of that on patch day? WP always demands citation. Indeed, yes, indeed. Oh, wait, that was not the start of the game. That was us getting kicked. What do you guys think I should do then? Leave the lobby immediately, probably, right? We're just testing out different overlays, different techniques. Look at this big mini-map. Oh, yeah, baby. Look, when a quick rotational play needs to be called, boom, we describe it, we get back into the action. Another one needs to be called, look at the back cap, lads, and then we get back into the action. I do actually want to do YOLO mouse. There's probably a really good YOLO mouse for... What would be a good YOLO mouse for a caster?
Are you well?
He's doing it to get a rise out of people because he's an asshole. Yeah, I guess, right? Like, I don't know. It's just... Where are you in your life at that point where that's what you're doing? Do you know what I mean? Typing easy at any point is basically announcing you're a douchebag. I've been waiting. It's not happened for ages, but I've been waiting to queue against Valen, beat him in a 1v1, and type easy and then /clap, just because of something I said on a stream ages ago, which he's probably forgotten by now, so I would just look like a complete dick. But it will happen. All right, here we go. We go in. All right. Ah, it's Forest. Hello, my lovelies. It's Forest, bitches. Let's do this. Two teams duke it out. So, we'll see if they update their comp. Are they actually going to run a real comp here? I mean, maybe I'm being too judgmental. It's gotten this far and they've been playing fine. But I think it's good piloting rather than a great comp, right? However, Blackjack and his team seem to be doing something very good. So we got a really good, solid mid-fight here with the Firebrand Scourge support. They can dictate where the lines are pushed. Oh, a pistol offhand. Hello, Infinite Horizon. No, it wouldn't be that, would it? Elusive Mind, a pistol, ineptitude, Mesmer. I'm interested in watching this guy. Fun new stuff there. They also have Chrono. And yeah, he's got the shields, Signet. So he'll basically be playing on sides. They've got a fast rotating SD Thief. He's not playing around with the patch. He's not having a look at any of the DP Assassin Signet's shenanigans. Meanwhile, Vance' team still really isn't looking like it's got too much in the way of a real support. But I mean, if they're winning the team fights, they're winning the team fights. I guess we'll see how this goes. Opening split. I want to watch. We're gonna watch this red player on the opening.
Soon.
No, we'll watch Kronos on the opening. I'm gonna try and use player names this time. Okay, we will try player names, and hopefully you guys just sort of know what class they are from what you can see on screen. So let's see how we go. Opening splits. We can see on the minimap. I'm expecting actually this guy to go close, to be honest, because he's got port on his bar and the other guy doesn't. Yeah, so he's going close. Let's watch Zor instead as we move on up. Actually, should we watch Blackjack? Wait, let's watch from the sports perspective. Mesmer over on the blue side. Sneaky Necro going around the back here. Blackjack misses up WSD a little bit. That's not a judgment, people. I'm not being mean.
Just like that, blue team takes a
Watches
capture
it closely.
point.
Fight's going to explode.
Did you see that?
Massive damage
Red
on
team
Sunny
got a
here.
capture
Sunny
point.
actually in such a pain train right now. Watching him trying to peel out here. Let's see whether he can make any kind of plays. It definitely looks like Blue is coming into this mid-fight on the down foot here. And they don't have a formal support to help them resustain through it. So let's see how it goes. They've pushed them right through. You'll notice how the red team isn't actually pushing anything on the cap. Here comes the blood res. Always such strong blood reses. They were close to managing to counter pressure that, but they didn't quite get there. Are we going to see another kill go down? We are. Pink shorts over here on the node, by the way. Wasting time, essentially. I think he could have been cleaving over those bodies and sustain a little bit better. Looks like Red's going to do really well. Over here on the minimap, if you have a look, we actually have a cross in progress from Jaunt Croissant. He's actually going to be looking to get in a fight here in this 1v1 with the red Mesmer here. Kronos. If they secure this 1v1, I'm pretty sure mid is fine up there. 2 red players down. Mid is 1 for the red team. If this 1v1 goes well as well, then red has a really solid double cap. Sorry that I kept the big map up too long. I will get better at it, guys. So Croissant bails out. He kind of has to. He has no opportunity at mid, though. He's just going to look for a regroup with his allies down here, I think. Most likely. Zora is going to be pressured here on mids. Quick nuke. Very steady game here. I never looked at all at what happened on the far point. Is that bad? Is that bad casting? Should I have gone over there already? The Amoeb doesn't land. But they're just going to pressure this through. I don't quite agree with pressuring this through. They even ported around behind them. Zor here, this isn't too good, honestly. He's caught, like, well out there. I mean, they're making a mountain out of a molehill here. This down should have already gone through. Pink Shorts has done great to sustain, I guess, really, because what's essentially happened here is he stayed alive until he's got an ally in. So this has been evened up into a 2v2. Or, oh no, I thought it had for a second. I guess not. Did somebody leave? Did somebody come in and then leave really quickly? All he can do is kite around for ages, right? All he can do is kite around. In the meantime, on the rest of the map, red holds a very easy close. Meanwhile, let's look at what's going on over here at far. As I said, Blackjack and his Scourge can define where the line is being pushed. And I think that's what they tried here, but he's just gone down. You'll also notice around the corner here,
Did you see that?
the other
team
Scourge
got a
had gone
capture
down.
point.
Where did the rally come from? I don't know where the rally came from. Holy shit, what was that rally? Was it Pink Shorts going down? I actually have no idea. This Scourge is in hell right now, though, by the way. His support just died. Blackjack's down. Good use of a no port spot. This protects him, potentially. But, I mean, Jaunt Croissant here, just free casting on with the greatswords. He's not going to have a good time. Like I said, that wasn't very good. We're looking for a solid regroup from the red team here as they bail back in now. Otherwise, Blue can now start swinging across the map. Blue is going to be pushing into the mid-fight. I think Jaunt should not press the line too hard here, though. Good, he ported back out. Yeah, if he pushed too hard there, then Red would have picked him off, and they would have managed to even up from this respawn downtime that they've got. So, Scourge currently on respawn, coming in. They're crossing over the beach. We can watch where this is being drawn here. And he's actually going to go into this fight straight down. Can we? Yes! There's no teleport. That was so good. Hell yeah, baby. So he's trying to get back to Blackjack here, okay? When these two are together, we'll see a proper team fight occur here on far. By forcing this fight on far, you'll notice that red can sustain the rest of the map really comfortably. Really great, by the way, over here on mid. You saw that the red thief managed to stop the mid node getting debunked. So that's beautiful. They scored the down here. They just got such a strong team fight compared to the blue team. Look at the health bars right now. This says it all. Everyone's healthy, and these guys are all like globally getting low. This is a really nice tug across the entire map, by the way, because what we're actually looking at here, this is so good. Forest cameras are really good. Over here as well, even the reds are winning their team 1v1 over here as well. Christ, I really messed up a lot of those terms there, and I teleported to the wrong guy. Sorry about that. I keep wanting to go to red team member 5, but accidentally pressing blue team member 5. I don't know why my brain does that. So neutralization went through. Meanwhile, let's just point this out. Thief making plays up here at mids. He just secured a 1v1. Holding that node for his team.
Red team
and he's going to rotate into
point.
plus on this 1v1 we were looking at over here. So we'll watch this plus in progress. He's going to get a quick kill on Pink Shorts, who started to win. Oh, why would you jump a clone? Oh, pain. This plus is going to force Pink Shorts to leave. Oh, Primal knows that and bails out immediately as well. Oh, really, really nice here. Primal so fast to get back across the map here. And what he does by coming here is he zones out Crosson, who was on respawn. So that was really nice. Look how quickly we moved the camera there. That's to keep up with these guys as they move around. So the 1v1 is still in progress over here. This 1v1, I guess we'll just leave to end while we're looking away. As you can tell as well, red has also made plays over on the far node, which is now in their possession. And they are hounding out various members of the blue team. So this guy's losing his 1v1. These guys are being pressured on the roads. Let's watch Vans' perspective. No, wait. Vans' perspective. There you go. Wrong hand. Good utilization of the side here. He could get a cheeky decap. No, he can't because he's being watched. I mean, these two are playing really well. You want to watch a demonstration of 5-round Scourge? You're looking at it, man. This is really good. I think they're doing well. How are they treating their builds as well? Because obviously this is over, right? So he's going Mender Water. And he's Mace Shield still. He's not really changed anything, actually. Oh, actually, hold on. He's running Monk's Focus. That is different, isn't it? Well, when I played 5-round, I certainly wasn't running Valor with Medis. I don't think I was, anyway. He's running Monk's Focus purely for Contemplation of Purity? Oh, no, and Merciful Intervention. Maybe I was, actually. Maybe I was running Monk's Focus.
You'll be feeling that one for days.
I don't know what I was doing, actually. Or is it Honor that's new? There's something about this that is different to what I understood the 5-round builds to be. But I'm not a great 5-round, so whatever. Yeah, this 3-cap will sustain. And I think we've seen that the red team wins it. Sorry if I was a bit boring with the way I called it. Again, I'm just trying to make sure. How watchable was that, though? How watchable was that? Were we going to the right people at the right time? If we were pretending to keep the hype going here, what we would have to do is we'd have to watch Vans over here. Not over here. Get this decap and then a steal. He needs to decap and then he needs to go towards boss here. And he needs to steal this boss. But he's not going in quick enough. In fact, he's going there. Wow, well the camera proper bugged out there. So he never got that. That still would have been really good. A cherry on top. He has to solo 5-round Scourge here. Which is just never going to happen for him. Ever. And it's not a particularly low value play as far as the red team's concerned because they have such a heavy cushion, in my opinion. Like these two can afford this over rotation. It's not too crazy. They will get full cap. Vans can't stay on this for very long. And the second they get full cap, all they have to do is they literally just sit here and tug each other off and they win. So I think the red's playing it absolutely well there. We get the incoming holo, but Vans got himself killed to cleave. If he'd been a little bit less aggressive for the neutralization, Sunny could have gotten in time. I don't think that Blackjack's going to get debunked. Sunny can try, though. Scourge is rotating in again. This stagger that you're seeing that the blues are inflicted by, that's going to lose them the game because they cannot get this node back. Again, if the steal had gone through, we would have seen another 25-point cushion. I kind of want to go back through here. You can't go that way, but I kind of just want to watch this 1v1 again. Because come on. These guys have been going at it for quite a while. Alright, it doesn't end. On the mine, I missed some great action, did I? At the start of the game? Oh no, mine, here. I thought I went back to mine as much as was possible. What was my dead time? Oh, just then at the end. Yeah, I mean, I guess I lost my energy as soon as I saw it wasn't a real game, I guess. And I don't know whether I would ever be better at doing that. I don't know. But there you go. Congratulations. Kind of interesting story in terms of we follow a team that immediately gets destroyed by these guys that slam dunk their way through the entire tournament. And then themselves get slam dunked by these guys. Right? Like, it builds a really cool story that makes Ulron's team look like fucking legends right now. Because it's like, whoa, we thought the first team was good, but they got annihilated. And then that team got annihilated. And now this, you're like, it's kind of like, it builds that a little bit, I guess. Salty chat. Who's salty? Can I show what Vans was running? No, sorry. I think he was just Meta Warrior, wasn't he? I don't think I saw anything different there. But yeah, I think Red played really well. I don't know what else could I have called out. Give me feedback, honestly, guys. I'm open to sort of hearing, as long as you tell me why whatever something was shit. I'm curious how people, again, give me pointed feedback on each little bit. I don't know. I want to do more of this. I want to practice more, but you have to wait 6 hours now, and I get gypped out of being able to participate. Map is still big. Oh, did I leave that big for way too long, did I? Rip.
Refreshing.
No mouse is good for casting. Can be really annoying, to be honest. Yeah, I was thinking that. You can easily turn mouse capture off. My mouse was helpful whenever I went mini-map stuff, though, right? It must have been helpful when I was like, look over here or look over here. Just helps to bring your attention to the right direction. Right? Question mark? The cast was okay, but the games are not close enough. Yeah, and I mean, we can't help that until there's like really like hype monthlies going on. You're not going to help that. As soon as monthlies get like a ton of prestige because like it feels like you're on a stage with lots of eyes on you. As soon as that happens, you'll see more people actually turning up to them, I think, personally. And then that sort of improves afterwards. Dailies will only ever be so far, probably, but, you know. I mean, for the realistic standards of time which we can set ourselves. Who knows where the game will be in a year, year and a half, 2 years. There is actually a lot of potential for it to be somewhere, but you got to, like, temper those expectations. It's not worth talking about. But for the monthlies... Mouse was fine. YOLO might be too big. You can change YOLO to be whatever size you want. It doesn't actually matter. It's more like you'd have a different icon or something, I guess. There's probably a thing you can do as well. Like, I could easily draw. If I set stuff up, I could easily draw, but I'm not sure how good drawing would be. Is Warrior dead? I don't think Warrior's dead. Not at all, no. I am a little bit concerned that Fresh Air feels a bit nasty after the patch. It feels really... It hits like a wet noodle. Like, let me just say, I really feel like that. Instead of the teleport eyes, maybe free camera. Yeah, I should find a balance of free camera in there as well. I was using a lot of that in my early ass prototype, like yesterday. But, I mean, a lot of people told me they like it. But then, like, Jebro said that it's bad. So, I don't know. So I've been trying to avoid that today. Good day to be Scourge. I can't believe they did the blood buff and the line of sight thing. Like, maybe I'll just go Scourge. Actually, I genuinely think I might be. I might just find myself playing a lot of Demolisher Mesmer, which is really gonna just make me another face in the crowd. But I think that's like, I don't know. there's just a lot of fun things you can do with it. There's potential in the build, so I can probably push it quite far. Some of these other builds I'm interested in, you can't push very far. I was thinking of looking at Tempest again because somebody was playing a really good Tempest earlier. Like a really good Tempest. I actually wasn't able to debunk them on my Demolisher Mesmer, which really surprised me. But it's like realizing, well, it surprised me at first, but I'll explain why it's actually so strong. And a lot of you guys know this, and it's not going to be that interesting of an anecdote, but you might not have tackled it from this angle. A lot of things are pushing people into these Mesmer builds at the moment. Whether they're great swords, whether they're any of the variants, whether they're the chrono variants, whatever. There's a lot of them around. Tempest is actually really good in team fights and on sides versus those builds because it puts out so much pressure via air overload, which cleaves the fuck out of phantasms and clones. So like a lot of the meta right now is pushing Mesmer shit, and this is actually, I think, honestly, against lots of Firebrands, I think against lots of Mesmers, Tempest is better support than Firebrand. I genuinely do. My word doesn't carry much weight right now, but I seriously do believe in that. It's got really good flat damage reduction. It's got enough cleanse to deal with the kind of range that Mesmer specifically deal with. But most notably against any kind of Paladin, Demolisher, any of that stuff, it fucks them up. It really pressures them out. While Firebrand kind of just sort of eats a lot of it. So I think it's actually nice. I think it's nice. I don't know whether this would be the exact variant I'd want to go with in the end, but I'm pretty excited about it. So I kind of want to see how it feels if I get back into running a bit more supporty. Tempest could be what I do for Ellie, because Fresh Air just feels so poo at the moment, really poo. I might have just had unlucky games though. I would never judge the balance patch in the day of the balance patch. I see so many people in chat. If you actually watch map chat at the moment, it's like a lot of stuff like, yeah, so Warrior has been deleted, I see. Yeah. It's like, what are you talking about? You've played at max like 20 games. You've got no idea what the meta is. But yeah. Dagger Warhorn. Yeah, seriously. I mean, people might not have realized that, but specifically against the Mesmer matchup, it's a handy thing to have on swap. It's a handy thing to have as a rotation. Yeah, sorry, with a Warhorn. I have a dagger offhand here. You can ignore that. This isn't actually the build. It's a handy thing to have there. I think definitely against more Scourges and stuff, you would want the Firebrand though, just because the cleanse plus heal potential is higher, but... Seems like most tiers have pretty solid fights these days. It's been fun with one up, one down. Would probably suck to be T1 locked though, so mileage may vary. When does the season actually start? It's only in a few days, right? April 3rd. Christ. I'm so busy, guys. I've got like chairs to sit in. There's chairs in Guild Wars 2 now. I can't believe it. What a crazy update. This is literally what's going to bring esports back. You guys don't even realize. It's going to be amazing. Should we actually play? I can't, guys. I got to render. It is actually late. Do any of the PvPs in chat want to host for my little random test cast thing here? Thanks very much for the enthusiasm and stuff to everyone in chat who came to check out. If anyone has pointed feedback, if you genuinely have like ideas, please just message me on Twitch. Any of you, message me on Twitch. I just want to hear it. And I'll pass that feedback off to Georges and his tests as well. Jeb, if he wants to hear it, I don't know. Just let me know, yeah? And yeah, if anybody wants a host, I'll give you one. But I've got to upload this video and go to bed. It's 4 AM. It's almost 5.
Eat my dust. Armored up.
So let's see. Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't think that Tempest has unseated Firebrand. I don't think that. I just think specifically if you're against a lot of Mesmers, it's the way to go. It depends where the dice falls. It really just depends where the dice falls. As at the moment, it feels like Scourge is still going to be extremely dominant. So you will still see more Firebrand stuff rolling around, frankly. And the very little is going to change that. But I think for certain matchups, it's a good thing to have available. I sleep. I do sometimes. Sometimes I sleep. Hope this becomes a long-term thing. Well, we'll see if I stay enthusiastic. I've got to do like audiobooks and stuff, so this is sort of a off-hours project for me. when the audio books properly get rolling and the LP and the news and stuff videos, you might find that I start getting a bit constrained. You'll notice Game of the Day has been very, very flimsy lately. That's mostly because I haven't had a great build to play. But yeah. Well done. Thanks for sharing. First 80 I've ever finished watching end to end. Really? Wow. Thanks, man. That's very cool. I hope you enjoyed it. You should definitely check out Jeb because he has more experience in this. Georgius, I personally, from watching his stuff, I think he's better at than me. I think I might have some technical improvements over those guys that maybe they don't value as highly as I do. But otherwise, like in terms of like the overlays or whatever, but it's pretty minor in the grand scheme.
Feel the burn.
Now that I'm going to bed, you can. Nobody wants a host. Did anybody whisper me for one?
Ready to rock.
Yeah, basically no one's watching anyway right now, right? So nobody knows to tune into my stream at 4 a.m. All right, guys, I'm just going to bail then. I'll catch you guys later. Thanks very much for watching. Send me those messages and take it easy, guys.